Hi, my name is DYO. I'm a singer-songwriter and you're watching The Mix on NdaniTV. It was just time because my name was Miss D when I was younger. I was like 16 at the time and I just feel like now I'm grown. It was just time to change my name, and my name is DYO anyway, but I thought it would look cooler if I just took the A off, just kept it DYO, nice and simple, straightforward. I feel like when I was younger, I grew up listening to a lot of soul, a lot of R&B. Destiny's Child was one of my favourite girl groups, and Brandy, absolutely loved Brandy. And then as I got older, I tried to switch up my sound because I used to sound exactly like Brandy, like exactly like her. And I said, you know what? I need to branch out and start listening to different things so that I can get inspirations from other places. So I started listening to a lot of country music, a lot of Asian music, and I feel like that's probably what's formed my sound. My mum and dad, they're heavily into music, especially my mum. She used to sing herself, so I feel like I've probably stolen her talent and she's passed that on to me. Yeah, so we just grew up in a very household where it's just, you know, a lot of musical influences there. My mum used to play music in the house all of the time, and I guess that's where my first love for it kind of started. Being described as the standout, wow, on Adekunle's About 30. I feel honoured about that because I like to just kind of be a bit modest with things, and so when it came out, the reviews were quite positive, and I was quite surprised. I was like, wow, people like me. I was like, you know what, maybe I need to do this more often. Maybe I could really incorporate this into my own sound and make this a thing. The collaboration between me and Adekunle came about when I bumped into him at a show. He was actually performing at Malogo's show. He came out and surprised everyone, and I saw him there, and he came up to me and he said, oh, Dyo, you know, I've always wanted to work with you. It'd be great if we could get in a session. I'm in London for a week, so it'd be good if we could work together. And I said, absolutely, like, you're amazing, you're sick, I love your voice. I feel like we'd gel together on a record. And so we went in, did the song, and we just clicked immediately. And then after that, he said, you know what, Dyo, I think I'm going to use this song. I'm going to put it on About 30 because there's something about it and it sounds different and I want to use it. So I was excited. I was like, this is going to be the first African song that I've been a part of. So yeah, he put it out and I was super, super gassed. Oh my, do you know what, they're all my babies. Like, I love them. It's hard to be able to pick, you know, a favourite. But I would say that maybe I want to edge towards saying Adekunle Gold because it was the first thing. So when you do the first song, it's kind of, you know. Dyologue, I wanted to be able to share my story, hence why I called it Dyologue. So it's like Dyo's log, but monologue. So like, these are my words that I'm speaking. And I've been working on the EP for quite a long time because I wanted to make sure that it was right. I wanted it to be perfect. So after I did Sexual with Naked in 2017, I decided that this is the time for me to focus on my career as an artist now, like solely, because I've taken quite a few breaks, written for other people, then kind of put a song out, took another break. But after I did that song, I said, okay, right, I'm going to focus on me now and I'm going to work on a project. But what happened was the song started to sound more pop and started to sound a bit closer to Sexual. But because it's not like innately in me, I wanted to do something that felt like this is part of my DNA and this is a part of who I am. And so I just scrapped the whole project and started again. And so that's how Dyologue started. I said, you know what? I'm going to be more consistent writing something that is within me. So I started making more Afro beats because I was like, I can do this with my eyes closed, like one after the other, because it's in my blood. I'm Nigerian, so that's what comes naturally to me. And so with that, the songs started forming one by one, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to create an EP, and I think I want it to be called Dyologue. I'm not sure when I want it to come out, but when the time feels right, I'm going to know. And so, yeah, now you guys have Dyologue. I love them all, but I feel like I'm going to say Arena just because it's the first, is my baby. But equally, like I say, it's hard to pick what my favourite one is because they're all my songs and a piece of me is in all of my songs. And so I'd say all of them, but Arena just because it's the first thing. Well, Papaya is the single that's out now, and that's the one that you guys can go and get. Shameless plug. Papaya's out, and I decided that I was going to put it out because it was fun. It has like a sexy vibe to it. It's upbeat, and I want people to be able to hear it and want to dance and just, you know, be in the mood. So that's why I went with Papaya, because it just feels fun. Fun, sexy, and interesting. If I could do a remix or work with someone, I would say Rema. I love Rema. I just feel like his voice is just so unique. I like how he's incorporated just a fusion of Indian, kind of Bollywood into the music, and it just feels like, when I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, we would gel. We would gel wherever you are, Rema. I'm from London, but I'm from Lagos. Now I'm on your show, NdaniTV.
Never ever finish. Crazy thoughts in my head, like you ain't even ready. You just one out of many, so just let it go.
You know my thing. Well, you know my thing, DYO. Bloke. Hey, I don't know any song with bloke. These are hard. I'm just gonna freestyle then. Dyologue, Dyologue, it doesn't exist, but now it does. Hello, my name is DYO, and you just watched the mix on NdaniTV.